universe, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for channeling in. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram yet, follow me on Instagram. I'm going to put a link below. And I am so happy to be back in front of my little camera after so many weeks of being absent on my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for watching this. So today I wanted to show you my apartment in New York. And within my apartment experiences in New York, I have two apartments that I haven't showed you, which is this one that I'm currently living in, and then the previous one I used to live in before. So I wanted to do a little apartment tour and then also show you the old one that I actually filmed before I moved out from that place, but I've never shown you guys. So I wanted to do this tour right now at this point because I will probably be moving from here again. And it's New York, so a lot of people usually move pretty often. I've moved at least 4 times since I've gotten to New York, and it's my second year. So having said that, I wanted to show you what my apartment looks like, what are some little spaces that I've decorated, and just show you what living in New York is like. I can assure you that this video is not some fancy apartment tour where I'm trying to really show off my apartment with like the best view in the town and like the best furniture and like the biggest rooms and the most beautifully decorated rooms. I honestly can't say that because in terms of my living costs, I've tried to shrink it down the most. I think there's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, New York rent is pretty high, and out of all the living costs, I think rent is the highest living cost within my budget. And so when it came down to rent, I wanted to live in a nice neighborhood with a nice, comfortable, like cozy feeling of a home, but at the same time I didn't want to go too much over the top just to be able to live in a beautiful apartment so that I have like a nice wall to film my videos in. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that I myself have been living in different countries for the past like 5 years now. I first obviously started living in Seoul, where I used to live with my parents, and then I moved in with my current husband, Roman, when we were dating. And then after that, we moved to Jakarta. So we lived in Jakarta, Indonesia for 3 years. And then now we're in New York for 2 years. And so we've had this kind of not super nomad, but we still have been moving from different places to another within a span of 2 or 3 years. And also, we like doing that because we like to live and explore and work in certain cities for a term of period and then move on and have that as sort of our life challenge to adapt to that city. But that also allows us to live in a more compact environment. We can't carry like tons of furniture, tons of like our wardrobe wherever we go. We usually just arrive at a new country with like a couple of luggages, usually full of just clothes and whatever. And so our lifestyle has become very sort of minimal if possible, and also when it comes to like shopping and buying things, we are extra cautious because we know in a couple of years we might move again. And so that's the second thing. So without further ado, I would like to show you my little apartment, so come around. Oh, by the way, if you like this makeup, this is my no makeup look, which I have posted a while ago. You can check it right here. So let's go in. This is right in front of my apartment door, and the reason I'm showing you these stairs is to show you that I live in a walk-up. And ta-da! This is my apartment. So when we first walk in, we have a little kitchen counter with the kitchen right away. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know I cook a lot with Roman, and so we spend a lot of time in here cooking, making coffee, making bread, pizza, whatever, and then we would eat here. Sometimes we cook on this counter as well. It's like a high table, and we got this from IKEA, but it's secondhand. And Roman had like a Zoom meeting this morning, so he left his stuff. And this is our little corner, my lovely terracotta vase, if you will. And we have some leftover bread that Roman baked. If you guys didn't know, Roman is a chef baker and he loves baking at home, so I'm lucky. And we got these lovely home fragranced candles. This one's amber, bergamot, and patchouli. We love this scent. And this one is almost gone. It's the diptyque jasmine, and then this one's neroli and sea salt. Moving on, we have the tiniest bathroom, which I'm never proud of. But one thing is that if you gain weight, you can't go to lay your business. And so this is a bathroom of extra cautiousness, and this is actually where we get a little bit of sunlight, and that's about it. That's, I think, one of the things that I really miss in this apartment is natural light. And so I can't really even take pictures here because it's not my favorite spot, but I do have some of my favorite things in here, like the Byredo hand soap. This is Roman stuff. And then we have more hand soap, obviously, Labo and Aesop. So, ta-da! Let's move to the next space. So if you see from this view, we have an interesting structure of the apartment, and if you can see, this was the kitchen. And then if you continue moving forward, we have our living room. And then as you can see through the doors, we have another room coming up, and at the end, another room. So this kind of structure is pretty old styled, but you can come across these structures in New York, and they are called railway apartments because you'll just keep going forward like a railway track. So we have this lovely living room set up here, our nice white linen, two-seater couch from Pottery Barn, and we have some nice chairs that we don't usually sit on, but we like to sort of decorate the house with. And then this is our little TV console. We never watch TV here because we're always on a laptop. And then this is a little like cute window frame looking decoration that I found at a vintage store in Park Slope. I love this, like happily ever after. And then right below it, we have our wedding book. I actually edited this wedding book myself and then printed it using a service that they do for you. Because as you know, we had a very compact wedding. I'm gonna put up a video next anniversary, I think. So we had some really lovely photo shoot near our wedding spot where there was a huge castle that's really well known. And then I have like the letters that our parents wrote for us. This is actually my letter to Roman. And then I have like in French and in Korean because, you know, both of our families got a copy of these. And then this was his letter to me. No, this is still my letter. And then, aw, we have some more cute pictures. It was a super beautiful snowy day. And so we got like married on a super sunny snowy day. I mean, it snowed the day before so much. It was super beautiful. If you can see, the snow haven't been touched, and we were just like stepping on it. It was so beautiful. Nothing was, you know, really planned out, but it turned out like that, and it was so cool. So this is Roman's letter to me. He actually wrote this letter to propose to me. That was super cute. And then this is our little ceremony at the mayor's office. We got married in France, so we have the French president right there. And then boom, this is our little official paper, my little invitation that I made, and pictures from our ceremony. So cute. And then my mom and my mother-in-law were dressed up in the Korean traditional hanbok, which is so beautiful. And so this is all of us. And yeah, and so what? We like to show this to our guests when they come to our house. It's like a nice souvenir. And so that was our living room. And the next room coming up is probably the best, my favorite spot in the house, because I spent a lot of time in here. So if you guys have seen my Instagram, you saw that I put up this mood board with Roman. Actually, just got these 8 by 10 inch frames from Amazon. It was a 12 pack. So I got all this in a set, and I wanted to put like, 3 by 4, so it looks like an Instagram grid. And I wanted to put up a grid that just inspires me, makes me feel happy and feels good and feel cozy, you know. Like the colors are like sky and like pinky, but also not super hot pink. It's like very natural tone, and some of my favorite campaigns from my favorite brands. And I have this little quote here, and these are like either images that I found online and then I printed at Walgreens through like photographic paper, or I had some of them picked out from my magazine stack. I actually used the cover as well, and this is the magazine that I chose all the pages from. Then it was L'Officiel, and this is one of my favorite book from Alami's Song that I bought in LA. And I really wanted to buy pampa grass, but at the time I couldn't find any, so I got these like feathers, and I'm still happy with it. And voila, this is finally my makeup console. I know if you guys follow me on Instagram, you've seen me take tons of selfie on this mirror. This is one of my favorite thing. If I ever move out from this country, I really want to bring this guy. It was only like less than 50 bucks, but I found it at a really big, huge garage vintage store. And it's like made of straw. It looks, you know, super eco-friendly, but it's like very cozy. I love the style. So I matched with this mat. It's actually a table mat that I found at Crate and Barrel, and I just matched like that. And I put my favorite products here. Some of the products that Jisoo sent to me, and then some of my makeup brushes, some of my cute stuff. I have my ring light here all the time because it just helps me to have a brighter light. So this is my side, and then this is Roman's side. I have a bit more stuff there, but he loves perfume, so he's got all these like of his favorite perfumes here, and then of course my favorite Dior candle. And I also have this huge ring light, like a light here. It's like the cheapest model that I could find on Amazon, and I just like have it on me because the room light tends to be a little dim, and so I like to sit here, you know. It's not really a desk, but I like to get like this little mouth cushion on my lap, and then I put my laptop on my lap, and then I just work here. As you guys know, I'm like turning back 21 weeks pregnant, and it is not easy for me to just sit on a table. Not that we have a lot of table to sit on, so we usually like even work there, but I'm getting a lot of like bloated like stomach, or my legs get cramped, and so I just like to sit on my bed, and I like this ambiance in my room. The lighting is very sort of warm, cozy. I feel like I'm in a little eggshell. So I love this room. So this is my favorite room, and I have a ton of things that I want to bring from here if I ever move out from here. So that's it, my first bedroom and makeup room. And lastly, this is our big bedroom. So here are some presents from Roman to me from Paris, and this is one of my favorite fanny packs that I use every day. And then look at this little cute doo-doo. It's a little like toy that my nephew-in-law gave to me because he wanted to give it to Coco, my baby's nickname. And then this is where we sleep. Sometimes we just lay on the bed, spending time here. And the reason we have like ton of furniture in here is because the lady who used to live here before us left to her home country, which was Poland, and she left a bunch of furniture behind. So this obviously is a fixed closet. And this is my full mirror that I bought from IKEA. I love the length, I love the white, frame. The only thing, like I said, I miss in this house is natural light, and I always get natural light like behind me, so I'm always backlighted. And so when I take selfies, it's really not the best light, which is why I sometimes put that light on and I use it, but it doesn't really help. But this is the best of it. And this is my wardrobe. It's packed with a lot of winter coats right now because I really haven't separated anything. But I have like all my dresses, jackets, everything. And then I have some boots and more shoes up here. Honestly, like having moved from one country to another like so many times, I just get very conscious of buying a lot of stuff, and so which is why I like thrift shopping, because when I go thrift shopping I also pick out some clothes or shoes that I want to sell from my wardrobe, and so it's more like an exchange for me. And also it's eco-friendly. I'm not like forcing the nature of fashion industry to keep producing, although I do like to consume and I obviously buy new stuff from time to time. I, by the way, have been wearing like big jogger pants ever since I got pregnant, and I'm wearing this nice furry, full obviously, but furry vest to cover my belly today. But this is basically my uniform. I just have these like Victoria's Secret slippers at home, and I just wear like joggers and a top or like a hoodie sometimes. And then look, da-da-da-da, you guys already seen this. This is a Marquesa fashion wedding dress that I actually bought online while I was staying in Korea right before our wedding. And so I ordered this from New York. So my cousin who lives here brought it for me to Korea to give it to me, and then I brought this. I actually took it in because it was a bit big. I bought a large, I bought a 6 and it was a bit big for me, so I wanted to have it nicely fitted. And in Korea, tailors are really good and not so expensive, so I got all of this taken in, meaning she took all this beading off and then took it in and then put the beading back on. So now it looks just like perfect. And so this is my wedding dress, and I don't know, maybe one day I'll like divide it into like a top and a skirt, or maybe I'll just keep it. I don't know, but I like to just keep it here like a decoration. And we got this armchair, and these are where Roman keeps his clothes. And some more of my clothes, like stuff like tops, tops and stuff like that. And then we have more consoles here and there. And then this is one of the furniture that I really don't find fitting to the others, but I mean, it was so huge, it was so hard to get rid of it, so we just decided to keep it. So now we have a bunch of like papers in here and some books. And then on the left side, I keep all of my bags. So I've never talked about this, but I used to have like a huge bag collection back in Korea when I lived in my parents' house. And then when I moved in with Roman, for some reason I didn't want to keep them all. So now I regret it a lot, but I sold all of my bag collection, like including like Hermes, Chanel, Gucci. Like I had a big collection because I used to be a buyer, and it was, you know, it was my life just to get new bags. But now I'm stuck with very vintage or something that has story to it. Like for example, the Celine bag. This was my mom's, and she bought this way before, not even old Celine. She got this like in the 90s, and I love this like combination of like a sort of woven texture with like this leather, but it's like kind of glossy leather, and there's the old Celine logo, and this color is just beautiful. So I like to keep something that is like vintage. This is like a Givenchy bag, which is not the most I don't know, like newest model, but I love this color and I've had it forever. And then I have some of my pouches from Loewe, and then this is like a super vintage bag that I found at a thrift shop in New York. And I have my little baby Chanel bag in here, so it's like I have a compact like collection now, and I can travel with it. It's not super bulky or heavy. The bulky bags are right here. There are only two. This is my friend's brand Fibrano, and then I have a little Burberry, but they're both very small. And then and these are like some fun glasses that we used, well actually this one for at my wedding. And then I have some hats and I have some belts. So all in all, you can see that like anybody who comes in here wouldn't believe that I'm like a huge fashion blogger, but I have a very compact collection. I have cooked my lunch, and I have to show it to you because it is so good looking. It's this noodle called jjolmyun. Usually they make with other types of noodles. And then I have almost fried dumplings right here. So, bon appetit. Oh, I made the seasoning myself, like this. I have a lot of leftovers. The same dip for my dumpling. So good. Well, that's about it for my house tour. I hope you guys liked both of my apartments. I'm pretty sure my previous one is taken by another Korean lady who I kind of showed around. She loved it, so she's staying there. Here, if you guys are interested, let me know. But I'm not here to sell my apartment. I just wanted to show you guys around, and I will see you wherever I will be in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.